Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy III. It is time to wrap up Final Fantasy III. This is the finale. So it is time to go through the World of Darkness. We have 4 chests here. Honestly, yeah, we'll just go this way. And we got one of our enemies, one of our new enemies, Jormungand here. He's got 11,000 HP. Let's see if he can do anything particular. I guess that kind of hit hard. There we go. One thing I really like is the final dungeon music for the World of Darkness. Alrighty, so we got Zande's clone here. He's basically like a little mini boss here. He's got 23,000 HP. A little over. It's 23,400 HP. Oh, cool. He knows Quake. Okay, that's fine. I wonder which enemy I'm missing. There is one enemy I am missing. Ow. Can you die now? Sweet. And for our troubles, we get another ribbon. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of go the long way here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. All right, we got Shadow Masters. They're pretty easy. 3,500 HP is pretty nothing. Good old Quake spell should probably get a lot of our work done here. Medic. Alrighty, so we got the Dark Fire Crystal here. See what we fight here. Probably should have quick saved, but it's not a big deal. Waha! Alright, so we have our first boss here. The Two-Headed Dragon. Let's see how much HP this guy has. All right, so he has a whopping 65,000 HP. So, hope y'all are ready for kind of a long one here. If I remember, yeah, he hits pretty hard. That's one thing I do remember about this guy. He hits hard. Oh yeah, let's we'll throw a shuriken here. Oh my god. Let's oh wait, what do I know? I don't need to do that. I have a rise. Cool. As long as he never kills Judith, we should be okay. Get your arise off now. Thank you. Let's do a single target. Thankfully, he mostly just has a single targeting attack. Are you serious? Okay, thank goodness. Is it gonna see how much Quake does? Whew. I was not paying attention to how much Quake did. I'll be honest. Dang it. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna defend. Whew, baby. All right, so how much does Quake actually do? I'm not. Honestly, I kind of need you alive a bit more. Sweet. Deathy is... Deathy, after we use our flares, we're not dealing a whole lot of damage. That's fine. Oh, in my luck, I'm gonna kill him. Told you. I told you. That's a big hit to experience there. Ouchie. That's probably one of the hardest ones, just because, as you can see, he hits really hard. But thankfully, that's all he does, is just he hits hard. The void is inevitable. Someday it will consume everything. Void cannot win. And yeah, if we talk to the crystal, we get a full heal, so let's do that. Almost, yeah, almost wasted time. Do that. Hey, all right, new enemy here, Kage. Now Bob's not the one who's most behind anymore. All right, so let's hit up this one down here first. Or next, not first. And... okay, I think I know where we go. Oh, hey, new enemy. Queen Scylla. Oh, yeah, I should have... oh, wait, no, I did heal up with an elixir. Never mind. My B. Heal up. I don't know how much HP Queen Scylla has. Probably an amount. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, that'll help. Garm. I believe Garm is new. Garm has 7,000 HP and can cast lightning. I gotta heal up after this. Easy. We got monsters. I think it's, yeah, Zonde's clone again. Ooh. Gonna definitely need to heal up after this. I hope we get our Kiraja off in time. Or we kill him. Okay. Whew. It could have been bad. Another ribbon. All right, let's make a quick save just in case. And you know what? I will just cause I want to have as many flares as I can for this. Least of all you. All right, so who do we have here? Armon. Sweet. Armon here has probably the most HP of these guys. He has a nice 75,000 HP. Definitely going to use a shuriken against him. Let's see. Yeah. He can cast... This guy can cast Meteor on us. Yep. Like so. Thankfully, he cast Meteor before my team went. Well, before Judith went, so... Yeah, 75,000. That is a lot. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this. Okay, Blizzaga. I'm fine with that. Gonna be a bit of an endurance test here with 75,000 HP, but thankfully we got Flare going. Quake, that's fine. Honestly, I should probably just switch back to the Black Mage one, whatever one it's called. Not the Black Mage itself, but like the upgraded version of it, just so we have more flares. But whatever. And because, you know, I'm not really using any of my... Uh-oh. Oh, whew. Nice. Immediate flare. Let's see. I think I will see how many we got left. We're looking on... We're still good on Kirajas. Yeah. I guess... Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Okay, at least it was only Blizzaga. I mean, he's got to be getting kind of close, right? There we go. Finally. Yeah, just do basically what we always do and just spam attacks and spells and he'll die eventually. Thankfully, nobody died at the end. Before the end. Alright, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, the Megas. I meant status. So here we have 84 intellect. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm like, what? Still stop it. We must destroy the cloud of darkness. You got it. Yeah, same thing. Let's see. How many more? Yeah, now we have 10 instead of 6 flares. That'll be good. That'll be nice. Pretty sure it's a straight run back. Oh, yeah, that, but nice. So how many more enemies are we missing here? We are missing. Did we fight that thing yet? I think we're missing potentially 2 enemies here. Let's see which one there's one I'm actually missing. A couple, actually. We're missing 192, 195. Okay. Know exactly who those are. And I just gotta hope that we come across them. Nice. Alrighty. I'm curious where exactly we need to go for. Is the one all the way at the edge? Might be. Yep. Okay. Another ribbon. Is the ribbon actually better? A little less on the defense, but we do gain a status immunity. I don't think anybody else doesn't have one, so we'll just put it on you. Okay. I'll just use these potions, actually. All right, same thing. We'll do a quick save. We'll just say it, yeah. Time for another boss with Echidna. And Echidna has 70,000 HP, so a little less than Armon, but more than whatever the other one was that we fought, the two-headed dragon. Or two-headed, or whatever the heck it's called. The first one we fought that dealt a lot of damage with its physical attacks. Kind of curious of how high its strength is. I feel like we're also dealing more damage with our flares. With our Magus. Or Magus, or however you say it. I don't even feel like I need to throw... Oh! How's Bob looking? Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're still... Oh, nope. Want to multicast. Group cast or whatever. We'll get her. Ouchie. There it is. Not the best damage. And especially with our 6,000 flare going off. Yeah. Oh, cool. I like it when that happens. I like it when it's really inconsistent like that. I feel like we're getting close to running out of flares here. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's fine. Probably gonna be even worse. Yeah. Same thing. Okay, we got one more flare. There we go. Perfect. Easy. Drains like no damage. There we go. Cool. Yeah, same thing. We'll just heal up with you. And, yeah, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Should have one more chest. Yep. All right, we got one more crystal to go get, because there's 4 dark crystals like there's 4 regular crystals. Let's see. That's pretty straightforward. Okay. We got another ribbon for that. Oh, we actually don't want to go this way. To Kiraga, though. Oh, hey. I was going to keep this fight. It was gonna edit this fight out, but we got the achievement for getting all the chests, so that's cool. Show that popping. All right, so one thing so we still have a couple of those 2 enemies that I still have to get. And probably what I'll do is probably going to have to probably gonna have to grind them out. And by probably, I mean definitely grind them out. I'm kind of curious. How much? Yeah, he has an insane amount of attack there. I was just curious. Alrighty, so yeah, we got the Cerberus here. He has 6,000 HP, so he shouldn't be too hard. With what we've been doing for the past 3 fights of these. He might hit kind of hard compared to the other guys, but not as hard as the dragon, that's for sure. Should be pretty easy to keep up with his damage, honestly, so I am not worried. But yeah, one thing I want to see after this is if you can use the crystal more than once. If so, we could just, that's what my plan is. I'm just going to walk around, grind out these last couple encounters. So that I don't really have to worry about it. Should be dead here soon-ish. That lightning is pretty much nothing. It's like no damage. Honestly, I could probably just use Kiraga. How are we looking on flares? Got one more. Should be dead, though. Yep, there we go. I felt like he was, since last time we had a flare left before we killed the other boss, so pretty easy. Pretty easy peasy. Last one. Singular world of nothingness. Cool. All right. Let's heal up here. Can we do it again? Yep. All right. Let's go look for these last couple enemies I need. So I'm just going to be running back and forth here until we get them. So, and since I can rest up as many times as I want, we're going to be on easy street. I'm going to be casting meteor and crap. So, yeah. All that stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys here in a little bit. Hopefully it won't take me too long. So actually, I kind of goofed up. I can't fight them here. I wanted to make sure so I wasn't wasting my time. Thankfully, I only did like a couple more fights. But yeah, we cannot fight the last couple enemies in this section. We need to go to... I couldn't quite remember if if we needed to, if the cloud of darkness was right through the door or not. I could not remember that part. Thankfully, she's not, so. All right. Back here. Nice. So let's see. Yeah, we want to go this way. Let's hope we encounter our final few enemies here. That is not one of them. We fought this guy already. Oh, we're already close to the end here, so you know what that means. Now it's time to really look for these guys. Okay, here's one of them. Hydra. Hydra, I mean, it looks like Echidna. Let's see. Hydra here has 12,000 HP, so, yeah, you know, that's something. Nothing we can't handle, especially with a good old flare. Dead. Thank you. Nice. All right. So now we have one more enemy to get. Let's get everybody at 55. And here they are, the final enemy we need. Twin Dragon. They have a nice 13,000 HP, and that's about it. I'm sure they don't really have anything special about them. Probably don't hit as hard as its other version that we fought, the boss version. We're so close to getting to level 55 with Deathy. I'm going to do that real quick so we can go into the final boss with everybody at 55. There we go. I got everything this time around for Final Fantasy 3. So, hopefully, if you follow this guide, you should have everything as well. So, or my playthrough, or any guide, you know. There's plenty of good guides out there. If I remember, maybe I'll leave a link to the Steam guide I used to get some of this stuff here. But yeah, we're going to just use the not last, but pop a couple. Whoa. All right, just in case. We should be okay. I'm not too worried. I have so many shurikens to throw at this thing. So I am not worried in the slightest. Unfortunately, though, you'll see. Yeah. If we have anything to say about it. Suppress your evil. Warriors of Light. All right. I absolutely love Final Fantasy III's final boss theme. It's so good. We're just going to do the same thing. Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. And that, my friends, is exactly why I told you to buy as many shurikens as you possibly could. Because it'll make this fight pretty easy. To my knowledge, that's all she really does is spam. Oh, wow, it did max damage. Now, unfortunately, I cannot tell you how much HP the Cloud of Darkness has because in the bestiary in the game, it doesn't tell you. I'm sure if I were to guess, she probably has like maybe 100,000. She has to have more than the other stuff we fought, but I don't know exactly how much. But as you can see, we're dealing really good damage to her. That really sucks. Can you, like, heal? I love it when that happens. Yeah, we still have 14 of those. We'll just do the same thing. Hey, we killed her. Or it. I was using our and like the collective, like a collective being. So we'll just say it. Even though it's got big old bitties there, you know. But there we go. We have killed the Cloud of Darkness, saved the world. As we do in Final Fantasy games. Not bad. Pretty easy. Really, if you have a decent amount of shurikens, that's a pretty easy boss. But yeah, there we go. That is Final Fantasy III. The final game in like the NES era of Final Fantasy. And it might be my favorite. It's not perfect, just like every other NES Final Fantasy game. There's things I really dig about it, but then there's some annoyances. That's usually how I feel about most the early Final Fantasy games. Overall, I dig them, but then there's like a few annoyances, nothing too crazy. The big issue with Final Fantasy III is the mini dungeons, and I'm okay with like that, and you know the times you have to like use Toad, and those are like kind of annoying. Not my favorite, but I can kind of deal with them because at least it kind of like you don't have to use all of the same class, especially like later on. I think they should have saved the mini dungeons for later on in the game, when you had more magic classes available to you to keep it kind of fresh instead of having it so front loaded. Yeah. We saved it. We saved the world. It's time to go home. But that aside, like some gameplay issues aside, like I would say my least favorite part of the gameplay stuff of Final Fantasy 3 is the awful enemies that divide. They're so annoying. So annoying. The whatever that one Cave of Shadows is such an awful dungeon. But I mean, come on, what game doesn't have an awful dungeon from time to time, you know? Like, it's just kind of what happens. But yeah, we get to go through and say goodbye to our friends and all the places we've been. See ya, fellows. Like, that's all they're called. Bye. But on the other hand, Final Fantasy 3 has probably one of my favorite NES soundtracks. I think it's great. Though, to be fair, Final Fantasy 2's soundtrack is pretty good. But Final Fantasy 3, I think, is just full of hits. Final Fantasy 2's soundtrack is like... It has like some really good songs. Like there's a few songs in Final Fantasy 2 that I think are better than like Final Fantasy 3 songs. But Final Fantasy 3 is way more consistent across the board. And I love the world of Final Fantasy 3. It's really unique. You know, you start on a floating continent, and then after you get off the floating continent, you are in a flooded world. And with the flooded world, you know, you gotta find a way to unflood it. So it's just cool, you know. It's not a particularly long game. It took me, honestly, like if I didn't use that XP boost when I was grinding to level 48, this would probably be about 14-15 hour game, I feel. Oh, that's probably, yeah. Leave me alone. But I also really like the ending stuff where we get help from the Warriors of Darkness. It's a really cool idea. You don't really see that kind of like balance really explored in media. Usually it's like light good, dark bad, always. There's never like a moment where too much light is also bad, or too much dark is too much bad. It's too bad, whatever. Yeah, you know, like a balance. You don't really get that very often. So I'm kind of glad that a game from, when did Final Fantasy 3 come out? Like 1990, 1989 or something? It came out near the end of the Famicom. So somewhere around there. But still, like, that's pretty cool. I don't think, you know, of course, since this is still an NES game, it's not like it explores it as well as maybe you might want it to, but I appreciate the general effort, you know? I really like that. It is also it does kind of suck that we go back to our characters kind of being nothing characters like in Final Fantasy 1. You know, sure, Final Fantasy 2 characters were pretty basic as well, but at least they kind of had like an actual personality and talked a bit more. And there was some party dynamic. Again, nothing crazy, but at least it kind of had it. This game doesn't really have that. This version, the 3D remake does have more of that kind of stuff, since it's it's the remake. They actually give personality to the characters. Let's go to But yeah, like I said, I really like Final Fantasy 3. It's not perfect. The job system's pretty basic. It was even worse in like the older versions of the game. They definitely made some classes better in this version. Final Fantasy 5 really brought the job system to really improved upon it in basically every way. But yeah, that is gonna be it for Final Fantasy 3. Like I said, I overall really do enjoy this game. It's not perfect, but I feel like Final Fantasy 3 is a pretty important step with the Final Fantasy series. Your pure hearts, thank you, Warriors of Light. Oh no, the world's exploding. And there we go. So, yeah. To the fans across the globe, both past and present, to the crew who brought the originals to life, we offer a profound and heartfelt thanks. Yeah, this is, I guess this is the... Yeah, this must be for the, or if they have it at the bottom, the original team. But anyways, I'm going to let the credits roll here so you can see all the fun credit stuff. And then original composer and music supervisor. Yeah, I absolutely love the music in Final Fantasy 3. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to let the credits roll, and yeah, that's going to be it for Final Fantasy 3. Another one off the list, and hopefully it won't take me too long to get to Final Fantasy 4, because I absolutely love Final Fantasy 4. It's one of my favorite in the series, so I'm ready to get to Final Fantasy 4. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. I will see you guys whenever I start the next LP. Bye.